outside the Supreme Court, a storm was building. And then the storm broke when Lady Hale and her fellow 10 judges made their historic judgment about whether the PM had broken the law when proroguing Parliament and sending MPs and Lords home for 5 weeks.
The decision to advise Her Majesty to prorogue Parliament was unlawful because it had the effect of frustrating or preventing the ability of Parliament to carry out its constitutional functions without reasonable justification. This means that the order in Council to which it led was also unlawful, void, and of no effect, and should be quashed. This means that when the Royal Commissioners walked into the House of Lords, it was as if they had walked in with a blank sheet of paper.
And here was Boris Johnson's nightmare made real.
The prorogation was also void and of no effect. Parliament has not been prorogued.
2 women brought the cases that humiliated the Prime Minister. GINA Miller.
Today's ruling confirms that we are a nation governed by the rule of law. Laws that everyone, even the Prime Minister, is not above.
And JOANNA Cherry.
His advice given to Her Majesty the Queen was unlawful, his position is untenable, and he should have the guts for once to do the decent thing and resign.
No hint of regret from him.
I strongly disagree with what the justices have found. I don't think that it's right, but we will go ahead and, of course, Parliament will come back. I do think there's a good case for getting on with a Queen's speech anyway, and we'll do that. But I think the most important thing is we get on and deliver Brexit on October the 31st.
But Boris Johnson doesn't have the numbers in Parliament to govern, and the Speaker of the House of Commons, John Bercow, said that MPs who are bossing Boris Johnson will be back at work within hours.
I've instructed the House authorities to undertake such steps as are necessary to ensure that the House of Commons sits tomorrow and that it does so at 11:30 a.m.
Today at the seaside in Brighton, the Leader of the Opposition and Labour members were pretty clear what they wanted.
Boris Johnson has been found to have misled the country. This unelected Prime Minister should now resign. Johnson, he thinks he's above us all. He's part of an elite that disdains democracy. I tell you this, I don't think he's fit to be Prime Minister.
So what's Corbyn's plan?
This can only be settled with a general election. That election needs to take place as soon as this government's threat of a disastrous no deal is taken off the table. Go forward to win an election for the people of this country.
A dad dancing party leader will now synchronise plans with the leaders of other opposition parties.
Boris Johnson is not fit to be Prime Minister. He has acted unlawfully in trying to silence Parliament.
Firstly, as we did a few weeks ago, to prioritise stopping a no-deal Brexit, but then secondly, getting this government out of office. This is a government that is not fit for office.
But he's really not bothered.
It's just another day in the office.
Yeah, well, tomorrow is another day in Parliament, that's what that is.
Well, not quite another day. The chains come off tomorrow and MPs will be back to work trying to make it impossible for him to do that no-deal Brexit they hate. Robert Peston, ITV News.